Good evening. Good evening. This is Rashad Mitchell coming to you live from my YouTube channel. As I continue on my part series, the week that was college football history review, the 1980 college football season. This is week 3. We're talking about the games, to recap the games that were played on September 20th, 1980. Week number 3. Let's get into it. We're going to start with Boston College beating Stanford, the number 11 team in the country. This was an upset at the time. 30-13. At halftime, two Boston College students paraded with banner that read, Stanford the BC of the West. It was hard to tell whether it was intended as an insult to Stanford, often called the Harvard of the West, or Harvard, Boston area neighbor of Eagles. No matter. Boston College got fired up in the second half after number 11 Cardinals took a 13-9 lead early in the third quarter when quarterback John Elway hit halfback Darren Nelson for a 19-yard touchdown pass. The Eagles exploded for 3 touchdowns. As quarterback John Lockery suddenly made like Elway. He threw a 25-yard touchdown pass to tight end Tim Sherwin. Scored on a 1-yard plunge on fourth down, following defensive end Greg Store's interception, and pitched to 12-back Shelby Gamble, who raced 25 yards to end zone. Gamble played workhorse, totaling 32 carries for 154 yards, with 2 touchdowns as Boston College's ground game churned out 260 yards. But Boston College defense also contributed with 4 important interceptions of bewildered Elway. Next, you had Clemson and Georgia, where Georgia, the number 12 team in the country, beat Clemson by a score of 20-16. It will be difficult to find better games than what Bulldogs cornerback Scott Warner delivered in first quarter, because Warner scored a touchdown on a 67-yard punt return, then made interception in the end zone that he returned 98 yards, caught by Tigers tailback Chuck McSwain to set up 1-yard touchdown buck by quarterback Buck Bellew as Georgia took an unlikely 14-0 lead. Clemson meanwhile actually would dominate first half, gaining Bulldogs 239 yards to 33 yards and not surrender first down, yet still trail 14-10, thanks to Warner's heroics. Teams swapped second half field goals before Tigers' final drive ended with Bulldog safety Jeff Hips, interception of quarterback Mike Gaskin. Pass at Georgia 1-yard line. Tailback Edgar Pickett led Tigers' ground game with 75 yards, while Georgia tailback Herschel Walker carried the ball for 23 times for 121 yards. Next, Notre Dame. Notre Dame, the number 8 team in the country, beat Michigan, number 14 team in the country, 29-27. It didn't seem possible. Notre Dame kicker Harry Oliver lined up 51 yards field goal against the wind, but Breeze suddenly went still, and Oliver became last-second hero because his long three-pointer barely cleared the crossbar with time expiring. It sent Wolverines to heartbreaking loss for second straight year in the heated rivalry of the series. Michigan had retaken lead at 27-26 only 41 seconds earlier. Wolverines quarterback John Wangler, who replaced quarterback Rich Hewlett, with Irish 14-0 up, pitched 3 touchdowns, fired past the tight end, tailback Butch Woolfolk that was tipped in air, caught inches from ground for score by tight end Craig Dunaway. Only 3 minutes earlier, halfback Phil Carter, who had 103 yards rushing, scored his second touchdown of the game for 26-21 Notre Dame lead. Now, Irish quarterback Blair Kill led the winning drive, hitting wide receiver Tony Hunter a 5-yard pass on 4th and 1 to set up Oliver's miraculous field goal. UCLA defeated Purdue 23-14. Game of missed chances unraveled for Boilermakers as they were stopped deep in UCLA territory 3 different times, twice on interception by cornerback Jimmy Turner. Purdue scored touchdowns on passes by quarterback Mark Herman to wide receiver Burt Burrell, his former high school target. The Bruins of UCLA built a 16-7 halftime lead. Tailback Freeman McNeil, who had 117 yards rushing on 29 carries, who struggled on poor turf, ran 2-yard touchdown, and kicker Norm Johnson kicked 3 field goals. Safety Kenny Easley, meanwhile, set up Johnson's second field goal with a 25-yard run on fake punt. Kenny Easley set up prevented touchdowns by a forced fumble in first quarter and pouncing on fumble in his end zone in fourth quarter. UCLA quarterback Tom Ramsey added late 9-yard touchdown pass to wide receiver Cormac Carney. This loss snapped The Boilermakers of Purdue 12-game home winning streak. And finally, Southern California, the number 4 team in the country. Southern California, the number 4 team in the country, beat number 20 South Carolina 23-13. Strong defense ruled in the first half as Trojans led 10-6, scoring season's first points against spirited Gamecocks defense in its third game. The Battle of USC's was broken open in the third quarter as number 4 Trojans scored 2 touchdowns within 3 minutes to go, up 23-6. Southern California quarterback Gordon Adams hit wide receiver Kevin Williams for a 9-yard touchdown pass. Moments before interception by safety Dennis Smith at Gamecocks 17-yard line set up 7-yard scoring run by tailback Marcus Allen, who ran for 107 yards on 11 carries and 2 touchdowns. South Carolina also enjoyed a good moment in the third quarter as linebackers Walt Cater and Ed Baxley each had 14 tackles, led goal line stand. Carolina tight end Willie Scott hauled in 6 catches for 88 yards, and tailback George Rogers ran for 141 yards on 26 carries, including a 34 yards on nifty touchdown joint with 1:30 left to play. So that concludes look at week 3 of the college football season, the 1980 college football season, week 3. The games that played on September 20th, 1980. Let's get into the September 22nd AP poll. You had Arizona State at 20, 19 Maryland, 18 Auburn, 17 Michigan, 16 UCLA, 15 Arkansas, 14 North Carolina, 13 Washington, 12 Missouri, 11 Penn State. The top 10 round out is this: number 10 Georgia, 9 Florida State, Notre Dame 8, 7 Texas, Pittsburgh 6, Southern California 5, 4 Oklahoma, 3 Nebraska, 2 Ohio State, and finally number 1 Alabama. So that concludes a look at 1980 College Football History Review, the week that was College Football History Review, the 1980 College Football Season. The games that were played on September 20th, 1980, for week 3 of the games that were played on September 20th, 1980. Please like and subscribe and comment on the channel. I do video of this mag 2 tomorrow. Until then, talk to you tomorrow.